Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play, Let's Go Pokemon Eevee. Today, Team Rocket is messing with Marowak. We'll be going through Pokemon Tower, I believe it's called, and we'll be seeing everything that it has to offer. Like I said, I apologize that these episodes are like a little sporadic this week. They're all coming out at like the last minute here. But I think we should be on track for next week's schedule to be back to its usual, Monday, Friday. Wouldn't be an Average Joe video without some loud-ass car noises, that's for sure. But like I was saying, I think next week we'll be back on schedule where my episodes will be coming out Monday and Friday for Super Mario 64. And then these episodes will be coming out on Tuesday and Thursday as they did previously. That was just me being a goofball, not orchestrating my time correctly and things like that. But I believe we are back on track today, folks. And that's the important part. But here, do you really think there's ghosts in here? Average Joe, what is that? I used the Sylph Scope. And boom, all of a sudden all those ghosts turn into just Pokemon. He's like, whoa, that's crazy. They were actually Pokemon the whole time. Yes, that's right. And I'm kind of bummed out because I saw a Haunter there, and Haunter's a cool Pokemon. And I'm just going to go talk to, all these people one by one, because we're going to battle them anyways. There's really no point to, not do that, we're going to be battling them, so we might as well battle them, What else can I say? But here, this is, I know Spoons really took the spotlight last episode, but Spoons once again is going to prove his worth on the team this whole episode because he's able to just annihilate ghost and poison type Pokemon, which is why I've stated before, man, the psychic typing is extremely dominant in this game. If you're playing through this game, have a solid psychic type Pokemon. Either get yourself a Spoons like I got there. Hypno's a pretty good choice. I like the Hypno line. Like I said before, Hypno, I think we called him D-Nose or something like that in the Nuzlocke that we did, but he was critical to making it to the end of the game. I think we lost him at one point in time, and I was pretty bent out of shape about it. But yeah, if we didn't have him on the team, I don't know if we would have successfully made it through that Nuzlocke, because like I said, the psychic typing is just so overpowered in this generation. It definitely benefits you out of this world to have a psychic type Pokemon on the team. Now, I normally have a psychic type Pokemon on the team. Almost every single Pokemon game I play through, psychic typing exists on my team. I think anything I've done on this channel has a psychic type Pokemon, but even when I was a little kid, man, having a psychic type Pokemon on the team was critical to my success. So I would recommend that. They're a bit to raise, but once you get them in a good shape, they tend to take care of themselves pretty solid. Here we go, let's pick up this Pokeball. It's kind of like I always say the same thing, it's kind of like having a Gyarados on the team, right? It takes a while for Magikarp to get to become a Gyarados, but once you get that Gyarados, the fruits of your labor pay off. So I'd highly recommend it. And let's catch ourselves a Haunter here while we're at it. Haunter's a pretty nifty Pokemon. I like him. If I could have a Gengar, if I had somebody to trade with, I think we would have Gengar on the team, but unfortunately I don't have anybody out there to trade Pokemon with, so no Alakazam, no Gengar, of course, which is quite a shame, but it happens. Oh, he broke out again. We're gonna get him. Don't worry, folks, I'm sure we'll get him. He's not especially rare in this game, but he is a little bit rarer than your standard Pokemon, so we'll see him a couple times, I'm sure, throughout the episode, but he is a nice Pokemon to catch. He's just an interesting guy. And I do think, looking at that, I think we get more EXP from catching Pokemon than we do from actually even having battles and things like that. I think that the emphasis of this game is really on catching Pokemon, so we might have to have a montage catching Pokemon episode where we just catch a ton of Pokemon back to back to back and grind our team that way. If we're gonna do that, it'll probably be directly before the Elite Four, And I may not even make it its own episode, because I know I've done grinding sessions in the past, and sometimes they're really fun, sometimes they're like 8 hours of chaos. So I guess it just depends on how the cards fall there and how close this game actually gets to the end of the month, because we're just starting here in April, and we need to finish this by the end of April, so we only really have a handful of episodes left. If we go over by like a week or something, that's fine, but I think next in the series, we have, I believe, Soul Silver, if I recall correctly, which is a pretty long game. And we also have Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts 2, I can tell you right off the bat, is gonna be like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday Let's Play kind of deal. There's so much in that game that there's no way we'd get through it just doing Monday and Friday. I would be really surprised. I mean, take the length of Kingdom Hearts 1 and stretch it out about another 6 hours, and maybe you're there. But I think it's even more than that. It's going to be crazy, depending on if we want to get the ultimate weapon and things like that. But I'll leave that for that Let's Play. I just wanted to catch a Ghastly here as well, because we need one for the Pokedex. Otherwise, we'll be letting Professor Oak down, and we can't let the big man down. The big cheese. We can't let him down. He gave us our first Pokemon here, this little Eevee pal, who's wearing a nice little red hat that I put on him. We haven't really seen a whole lot of action out of Eevee as of late. I was just starting to think about that, man. We really haven't given Eevee the proper avenue to express itself in battles and whatnot, but in the Pokemon Tower, Eevee's not going to be a whole lot of help. I don't think Ghost-type Pokemon take any damage at all from Normal-type. I think they're immune to it, so I don't think it's really going to do anything. And I jumped to I think it's the Celadon store. I did that off camera, and I got Tri-Attack, and was let down when I found out that Eevee can't learn Tri-Attack. That's going to be a pain. I was really hoping Eevee can learn that, because that's a normal type move that I actually really love utilizing, because it has the chance to burn, freeze, or cause paralysis on impact, and does 80 damage with 100% accuracy. Like, it's a pretty solid move for a normal typing move. I think Doduo and Dodrio learn it naturally, but I was kind of hoping that we could teach it to Eevee, but that's a no-go. So I'm really going to have to put together like a good moveset for Eevee, because I think that's like partially why we don't use Eevee that much, is just because the moveset feels sort of meh. Eevee's like a good setup Pokemon for other Pokemon, but if you know me, I'm not a setup kind of player, you know? I do what needs to get done, and that's about it. So, yeah, in order to fully utilize Eevee, we're probably going to have to get creative. That's why I thought doing this Let's Play with the Pikachu version would have been a little bit easier, because I would have gotten an electric type anyways, and Pikachu has some pretty solid moves. Now, we couldn't evolve Pikachu, but Pikachu would be how it is in like the Pokemon Yellow, so its stats would be pretty jarring. It would be a lot of fun. Oh, man, I'm tired today. Jesus. It's because I was recording this all night long, folks. Yeah, I got the actual recording. We're not going to learn Reflect here. That's not really that great of a move. But I got the recording of the gameplay done last night, but I did not have time to do the audio recording, so doing that the day after. And Gun Show leveled up there too. Good job, Gun Show. Always nice when Gun Show gets a level up. Like I said, it's a shame we don't use Gun Show as much as we use other Pokemon, but that's all part of it. And I think, yeah, Spoons is probably going to be our dominant team member for a long time. Like, we're leveling up Spoons now. Spoons is really going to take the cake come the end of the game. I'm sure Spoons is going to be about 5 levels higher than everybody else. It's just how it goes. And luckily this time it's not a Nuzlocke, so I don't need to do some insane stuff to make it work. I think when we did Fire Red, I actually got Jolteon up to like level 70 something. So that way you could just plow through the Elite Four, because Jolteon's pretty much strong against everything in the Elite Four. You know, it can't deal with the Onyxes and things like that being thrown at it, but for like the majority, it can do a good chunk of damage to pretty much everything. So Luckily in this game we won't have to worry about that because we can revive Pokemon after the battles, and I don't have to take that risk of, oh, let's go battle the Elite Four and then I lose all my Pokemon, we have to start over, which was something I was seriously concerned about in a Nuzlocke because I had never done one before. But that's for another time. There we go. Took Ghastly out of here. I think in the future I am going to do Nuzlockes of all of these games. And then, yeah, then we'll see where we go with the Pokemon series. Like, I plan to play through all the games, then we'll do Nuzlocks of each of them, and then I really don't know. You know, a lot of Pokemon YouTubers do, like, solo runs with Pokemon, like, can this Pokemon beat this game? And, I sort of like that avenue, but, it could be a lot of work, and it won't be like a typical Let's Play in that fashion, because it would just be, maybe, I think it would really, it'd be like a once a month video, so I think the Pokemon stuff, once we play through all of it and do Nuzlocks of all of it, is definitely going to take a back seat. Maybe we could come up with some creative teams or something like that, but I do think, I do like the standard, like, Let's Plays and stuff like that, so once we get through all of them, who knows where the channel will go, but we still have quite a while until that happens. I mean, we're looking at probably 2 years out. If I'm still creating content 2 years out from now, you know, a lot could change. I don't expect it to, but a lot could. We've definitely had our moments here on the channel. We were down for a few months and things like that because working on schedules and all that good stuff. So we'll see where it goes. And we caught another Ghastly there, because why not? And we have a catch combo of 2 now. I think that's the only other one we caught, and I just caught him to catch him, honestly. There was really no incentive to do that. I was just kind of, we're just here, you know? Might as well do it while we're here. And of course, I always ask the question, I think I may have already asked which ghost-type Pokemon is the favorite when we first came into Lavender Town, but I might put that, what's your favorite ghost-type move or something like that as the question of the day. So, what's your favorite ghost-type move? I guess, yeah. Use that as the question. I'll put that down in the comments below, too. I'm trying to think. I think Shadow Ball is probably my favorite ghost-type move, just because Spoons can learn it, and Spoons is my buddy in this generation. But I'd be curious to see what other people have to say. I mean, that's my favorite, my personal favorite ghost-type move. I think another really good ghost-type move is Dream Eater as well. I've always been a fan of that. I love the concept of it. Now, how much do I utilize it? Not very often, because I typically don't have a ghost-type Pokemon on the team. And you need to, you know, it's like a multi-step sort of move. You need to put the Pokemon to sleep first and then use Dream Eater in order to do damage. But when it does damage, it does big damage, so, you know, pretty cool, pretty snazzy move. Cool concept. The Pokemon's asleep and then it's eating its dreams. I think the Haunter Gengar line learns that move, and it's pretty strong. I think we will see Gengar a bit later in this series. If I believe correctly, one of the Elite Four members has 1 or 2 Gengar on the team, so that should be cool. The problem I'm seeing here is that I think Haunter's actually outspeeding my Spoons, which could be a threat. And I just walked through that thing. It said it healed my... Oh, yeah, I just took damage from Haunter. What are you thinking, Average Joe? What are you thinking, buddy? Come on, man. Get your head in the game. No, yeah, I am a little, I guess, just, stupid brained here this morning. I'm just a little slow. Just a little slow, folks. That's, I was up late last night having some soda pops and whatnot. So, you know how that goes. Sometimes your brain a little bit foggy the next day, even though it's 3 p.m. or so. I don't know when this will come out. I'm just gonna post it, but yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there, and then hopefully it's not too late. I'm hoping by like 5 p.m. because, you know, sometimes it takes a while for stuff to render on YouTube and things like that, like actually uploading it. So we'll see where that goes. But I believe after this battle, there's only one more floor, and we have to battle a couple people there, and then I think there's a Team Rocket battle up at the top. Very exciting stuff. And yeah, it should be pretty I think it'll be pretty straightforward. Hopefully we don't take a ton of damage throughout it. I don't know if we will or won't, but this game seems a little watered down in terms of like difficulty thus far. I say that every single time I play a Pokemon game, I swear to God. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. And then we get to the Elite Four and I'm like, I don't know if we can do this. I feel devastated. So we'll see if that's the case for this Let's Play. That's been the case for like every single Pokemon Let's Play that we've done to date. And maybe that's because I don't take the adequate time to like train my Pokemon. But we'll see. I don't know. It's always a headache at the end, but the whole game seems really easy. And I do know in this one specifically, another loud car, fun. I do know in this generation specifically, there's at least Koga and Sabrina in the mix that make the game feel a little bit more challenging than it otherwise would feel. So hopefully that remains true. Hopefully those two continue to be strong opponents to go up against, because that would be a ton of fun if we actually had like some strong enemies to battle against at the end here. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, you know, this game does feel a little bit watered down compared to the previous generations there, but in terms of difficulty, I mean in terms of content that it's providing, it's actually fantastic. I've had a lot of fun with this one. I'm trying to think of like the last, I think like I don't like this as much as I like actual Gen 1 or Gen 2, but I think it's up there. Like I think it holds its own. It's pretty fun. There's another lady here. Like I said, might as well battle them all. It doesn't hurt. We get some extra EXP out of the whole deal, and we were gonna do it anyways, so might as well do it on camera for you guys. I know it might get a little boring watching essentially the same fight over and over again, because they don't really have like a mixture of Pokemon. It's like all the same, but it is what it is. You know, it's all part of it. And I think I'm gonna try to get like the next Pokemon video recorded directly after this. I don't know what we'll be doing. Probably taking on the grass type gym leader. And then out of this we get the Poke Flute, so we can wake up Snorlax, the big sleeping behemoth that he is, which would be a lot of fun. It'll help us progress story-wise, but I want to progress the way that I did in the past, where like we'll go back up towards Misty's and then go down like the river embankment side there. I don't know what else to call that, but I feel like that's a good enough description of what it is. And that's, I keep thinking, are we going to keep Ratman on the team long term? And I'm honestly starting to lean towards yes, because the replacement I would have for Ratman would likely be Executor, which would give us good grass coverage and give us good rock type dual coverage there. But I'm not really sure if we'll need it with the water type that I have planned. So I think Ratman may be sticking with us. I think the downside of picking up Executor is my water type, not to give too much away, is also going to be partially psychic type. And if we pick up Executor, he's going to be partially psychic type. So we'll have multiple partial psychic typings on the team, which could be bad news. There just might be too much overlap, right? We would have 3 Pokemon with some sort of psychic typing, which, I mean, psychic typing strong, don't get me wrong, but do we really need 3? And what kind of weaknesses could that give us? I mean, against the ghost type, you're already seeing it. The ghost type can do a lot of damage to Spoons, but Spoons can do a lot of damage in return. But I think, yeah, bug typing is extremely effective against the psychic typing as well. Not that we'll see a lot of that late game, but sometimes just having too much of a good thing turns into a bad thing, if that makes sense. That actually, that message in this video resonates with me to the core. Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So remember that one. There's wise words from Average Joe out there, you know. Just some life lessons, I guess. But no, actually, I just noticed it there. We do get more experience from beating up Haunter than we do catching him. I think when we caught him, we got about 200 and change experience points. And then we'll watch here. I think the last Haunter we took out, we got about 400 experience points. I think that'll probably ring true here as well. Let's see. Yeah, 454. So we do get more experience from beating a trainer's Pokemon than we do catching them in the wild. But once we run out of trainers, I mean, yeah, I guess the only other option for leveling up once we run out of trainers to go up against is to go out there and catch Pokemon, because we can't battle wild Pokemon anymore. That's not a thing in this game, which kind of stinks, but we could also leverage, like, at the late game. I know I've definitely done it. I did it for Ruby, but we could leverage the old strategy of just going up against the Elite Four time and time again, just to see where we land. I think I did that. Yeah, I definitely did that for Ruby, because that wasn't a Nuzlocke, and I was really struggling with the end of that game, so that may be a possibility. I do know I want to play the remakes of, at least, I think we'll do, like, the remake of Sapphire. But I'm not going to lie, I'm not really excited for that one. That whole generation is just... it's so tough every time. I don't want to use Mudkip. I can't recall if I said I was going to do... No, I'm going to do a Nuzlocke of Pearl this year. That's what I'm going to do a Nuzlocke of. We might as well just run away from this guy. I mean, there's really no reason outside of we get some candies if we give them to the professor. But here we go. The ghost is saying, "Be gone. Be gone, intruders." And here he comes, the big scary ghost man. It's even bigger than the last one. Oh no. Use the thing you used last time. So I'm going to use the Sylph Scope. And we'll see who this Pokemon is. It's Marowak. Cubone's mother. Look at him, he wants his mom. But Marowak has passed on. And it finally gets to say goodbye to its little baby boy. That's a pretty touching moment for a Pokemon game. I mean, in the previous ones it just sort of passed. They actually made that into a touching moment there. I hope Cubone's okay. He came here just because he wanted to see his mom again. Oh, what a good man. He's gonna take Cubone home. And he's with Cubone now. I'm hoping that Cubone becomes part of YouTube's team. Actually, I don't know. I would feel really bad knocking Cubone out. After seeing what that little man just went through. That's a lot. It's a lot for little Cubone, you know? That poor little guy. We found a rare candy, though. Woo! Okay. Yeah, but that is... Man, that was tragic. Like I said, compared to the old game, that was a lot more of a heartfelt moment. And I think I did have, like, a screenshot of... I was going to use, like, Team Rocket in the screenshot for this episode, but I do think the Cubone moment is a lot more... Hey, and it's probably a better picture, honestly, so I think we're going to go with that. We're going to make that the screenshot in some way, but now we need to battle pesky Team Rocket. I don't think they'll be too hard. I think they might take down one or two of our Pokemon. I wouldn't expect to lose Spoons, but maybe we will, because I think Spoons is already damaged. So, Brook and Weezing. Okay, two heavy-hitting poison-type Pokemon. Oh, Taiga, I don't know what you're doing out here today. Taiga. I don't think Taiga's going to do well. Let's go after Weezing. I think Weezing has more HP. Taiga... I guess do Dig and do it on a Brook. So let's see what this does. Good damage. That's a lot of damage. He's going to go underground. It's going to use glare. That's fine. I think that just causes paralysis. Yeah. And it uses Dark Pulse, so Dark Pulse could be very deadly. Yeah. Not good there. Let's try to use Psybeam. See if we can get Wheezing out of the picture here. I don't know, though, because now that we have paralysis, we're going to be slow. It uses Dig. Dig did a good chunk of damage to a Brook. It's going to use Crunch on me. Is that enough? That's enough. Spoons, my man. My main man, Spoons, is gone. Oh, don't take Taiga with you. Taiga, no. Taiga, you need to get underground, buddy. No, not Taiga. I'm gonna send Chomper out there. Chomper, do what you gotta do, buddy. You need to hold this team together. My main man, Spoons, is down. Man, I should really go for Dig again on my Brook. That would be the smart move. That was a foolish decision right there. Gonna use Bite. That's a really bad call. Yeah, I should have used Dig again. That was a bad decision. And now Taiga is about to die. It pushed through it so I wouldn't feel sad. But then it gets hit with a Sludge Bomb. And that's it. Taiga, goodbye, my friend. I will remember you. Gunshow, get on out here, buddy. Gunshow can handle his own. Here he comes, Gunshow in the flesh. And I think what we should do here, I think if we're going to use Headbutt, we should use it against Wheezing. And then Gunshow, you use Headbutt as well. And use it on a Brook. Gunshow's buff stat should help here. Yeah, he knocked him out. I mean, just barely, but he did it. So good job, Gunshow. Gunshow made an appearance this episode, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, there is only about a minute left. If you liked this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff definitely motivates myself to make videos just like this in the future. We'll be playing this game on Mondays and Fridays. As I said, you know, this week's a little messed up schedule-wise, but we will get it fixed out there. And then Tuesdays and... Oh, we'll be playing this on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My apologies. And then Super Mario 64 on Mondays and Fridays. So I think we have a Super Mario episode coming out Sunday as well this week because my schedule got a little bit messed up, but that is the normal schedule, and we will be sticking to it until we beat these games at the end of April. Like I said, I think after the month of April, we'll be jumping into Kingdom Hearts 2, and I believe Pokemon Soul Silver, so there's that to look forward to if you want to see more Let's Plays by myself as well. Here we just talked to Mr. Fuji for a little bit. He gives us the Pokemon flute so we can wake up Snorlax and progress throughout other various towns throughout the game. And, yeah, I think that's about it, guys, so... Till next time, everybody out there, take it easy. Hope you all had a snazzy week and are having a snazzier weekend, and we will see you all here on the next one. Peace out.